Sara Korchmaros of Sealab Ventures. Welcome.
Hi, Richard. How are you?
I'm great. So we met during Web Summit. We're live at Web Summit. Unfortunately, we're not physically in
Yeah,
Lisbon this year, but I think the guys have done a pretty good job of bringing a virtual event to us.
agree. Completely agree. It's above expectations, really.
Awesome. So far, what has been your highlight of Web Summit 2020?
Yeah, I really like the mingling function. So I get to chat with people from various industries and various companies, which was really beneficial. I mean, I was there last year in the live event and I didn't get to network as much, to be fair. I mean, obviously it's a completely different experience, and I think they did a really good job when it comes to networking.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Mingle feature enables participants to communicate for 3 minutes, and it's sort of blind in that you're sitting in a queue and you don't know who you're going to speak to, and you get to introduce yourself and pitch yourself and pitch your idea very quickly in 3 minutes, and that's how we met. So absolutely, I think that's very cool because whatever about it, a real world event, to attend an online event and to be able to make meaningful human connection, I think that's really awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. It's also a bit addictive, to be honest, because I was like,
Okay.
I'm just gonna pop in for one or two, and then okay, one more, because you always get to meet someone great. And I think there's also like an algorithm behind it, so they try to match you with the same interest and someone you're most likely to get on with or have something in common to discover.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, last year I met the guy from Boston Scientific from the I've got the name wrong, but the guy, you know, those robots that kind of walk like a dog and then they turn into a humanoid. This guy, and we had a common interest in woodworking, so that was really awesome. So we got to chat about building kayaks.
Nice.
So to your own venture with your day job, would you like to tell us a little bit about what that project is and perhaps why you decided to set it up?
Sure. So we created Sealab Ventures, which is a global network of oncology project last year, actually. So it's quite fresh, but it grew quite fast. So basically, we realized that many startups in the field of oncology and researchers, entrepreneurs, don't have the right support and enough support. So we wanted to have an accelerator focusing solely on oncology, which was also a bit of a risk, to be fair. It's quite a niche, but it actually turned out pretty well because it was missing from the market. And then what we do basically, we have startups to get funding and to grow. So we have them to get investor ready and make them with the right investor partners. We work mainly with investors in the life science industry, of course, who are interested in oncology solutions. So this is one part of what we do at Sealab, and the other part is really just to help them to grow and get the right skills, because many researchers are brilliant minds, but they might lack some of the commercial skills. So we put a lot of emphasis on education and helping them to get right the business model, sales and marketing, and how to brand their product. And so this is the what's behind Sealab.
That's fantastic. And how are you operating? Are you in a real world business premises, or are you focusing on online, and how has COVID affected that business?
Well, yeah, so we are based in London, but we are a global network. So most of our operations obviously are now online. Next year, we're hoping to get more offline and more conferences in proper locations.
Okay.
But for example, our flagship event, the mentorship program this year, was 100% virtually. And we have teams from Mexico till India and Singapore. So actually, it was just fine and better to do it online.
There seems to be a proliferation in recent times of online accelerators, and I wonder to what extent, as you've kind of alluded to, does it allow people to access these programs where perhaps travel and visa constraints would have otherwise excluded them?
Absolutely. So what we see is actually that this just opened a whole new world, and there are more opportunities, and it's much easier, much more inclusive, at the moment to do everything virtually.
Fantastic. And over the next maybe 6 months to a year, have you got any programs coming up that are going to be particularly interesting for people to apply for? And what types of people are you looking for? Are you primarily looking for medics or med scientists or a combination?
Yeah, so next year we're gonna have an academy again, like this year. So it's a startup academy. We are open for applications from any kind of oncology solution, be it diagnostics or treatment, medtech, health tech, and or biotech companies. So it will be a 4-month mentoring and then also matchmaking program. So we are looking for startup applications, and then also we are working on something very exciting, the first global oncology sandbox, which is basically a safe environment for the startups to try and test their solution and also their business ideas and business development efforts. So anyone from corporates or investors who are interested in partnering us on this global project are much welcome to get in touch with me.
Fantastic. Well, the area of oncology, it's an area that's rapidly progressing, and it's probably not so many people have not, unfortunately, experienced some touch point with cancer. So it's a really great time that you are coming to the market with this academy, and I wish you the very best of success with the project.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your time today.
You too.